Lying is not just in words. If you have been behaving in your life, projecting a self-image which is not exactly yourself, that is also a lying effect. That is also unmasked. You're no longer the person that you are. And that is how is blocking the power within you. Self-authenticity is very important. And in order for us to reveal the power that is within each of us, we must have this self-authenticity. And self-authenticity, apparently, in my opinion, appears to be very rare in this world. I don't understand why. I've just recorded a clip, which I think is very important to illustrate my point. So, let's begin.
You need to enter the energetic flow of the mind of God. This implies that there must be coherence between your desires, thoughts, feelings, and actions. Your mind must work together with your heart. That is being congruent. That is being authentic.
This guy made a very simple and very important point. And that is, self-authenticity brings about a coherence in yourself. It brings about a coherence between your thoughts, your intention, and whatever you are doing. If you're not authentic, you find that there's an inconsistency. And this inconsistency is what blocks the power within us. I'll give you an example. You want something in your life, but the something that you want in your life is not exactly what you really want. You actually want it to compete with others. You find yourself lacking in self-image. You're hoping that whatever you want can enhance that self-image. Now notice very carefully, this is not being authentic. And why? Because the very fact that you feel something is lacking in you and you want that something else to enhance yourself, it implies a self-denial. You don't believe in yourself in the very first place. You think that you are not good, and so you want something else. That itself is inconsistent to who you are. That is the problem. It blocks the power within you.
If there is contradiction, there will be no results. In a clinical study conducted in Germany, known as SPAIN, Scale of Positive and Negative Experience, it was discovered that the most powerful frequency a human being can emit is that of authenticity. This study demonstrated that when our words are true and we believe in what we say, when we are congruent in thought, feeling, and action, we emit the most potent and magnetic vibration. Therefore, aligning yourself with truth and authenticity in your intentions is essential to resonate with the divine energy and manifest your desires in harmony with the love and peace that emanate from the universal mind.
That's a very important point. And that is, if you are not authentic, you will doubt the very words that you speak. And even if what you're saying now is not a lie, you still doubt it because you have been a liar. This is why it's so important for you to be honest with yourself. Every word that you speak to other people, you should speak the truth. Lying is not just in words. If you have been behaving in your life, projecting a self-image which is not exactly yourself, that is also a lying effect. That is also unmasked. You're no longer the person that you are. And that is how is blocking the power within you. Let me give you an example. If you're a religious person and you want to be in a grouping of a religious group, very often the people inside that group mask themselves and act as though they are a member of the group, especially they want to be a child of God. That itself is blocking the power. In fact, it is very difficult for a person to identify whether he's lying or not. Because when you are lying to yourself, why would you want to know that you are lying to yourself? So in other words, you will block that knowing from yourself. So it's very, very difficult for a liar to know himself. You don't even know at all. So this is where you have to make a tremendous effort to unmask your clothing, to unmask yourself. I speak to you right now from an unmasked person. I don't wear my clothing, and I'm not here to impress you with my self-image. I just want to deliver a truth to you, a secret, that all of us have got powers within us, and you have to simply be true to yourself to reveal that power. And self-authenticity demands that you observe yourself. Remember this. So if you're not observing yourself, you're not being authentic. So what most people do is that they actually, in order not to observe themselves, they actually say that their religion helps them. They actually say that somebody forgives me, so they don't have to observe themselves. But by saying that a God is helping them, that a God is having mercy on them, they actually divert their attention away to God and do not observe themselves. So this is also a problem. Self-authenticity means self-observation. And if you're not observing yourself, the power within you cannot be brought out.
In reality, it is not your thought itself that possesses power. Your thought, by itself, lacks strength. Instead, it relies on a greater power than you.
Now, this guy is very correct. That's right. It's not your thought. It's not your effort that makes reality come true. There's a greater power. But the power is not out there. Get it straight. The power is within you. It's lying there at the seat of your life. And God didn't expect you to reach out to that one outside. No. God expects you to reach within. But most religions don't want you to do that. You know why? Because if you reach within, you don't have to go to church. And the church will not be surviving because you're not going to church and you're not giving money to the church. So most religious body, most philosophical organizations do not encourage you to actually do it yourself. They prefer that you go to church or go to an organization or assembly so that you actually finance them. But the truth is that it doesn't require to do that. The power is at the seat within you. That's right. And you just go into yourself to discover that power. But I'm trying to tell you that it is God who gives you that power within you. God is not asking you to go outside to God. No. God is expecting you to reach within you. That's why Jesus said, the kingdom of God is within you. That's right. That's why Jesus said that if you have faith, you can do everything. Well, why did Jesus say that? Because it is you that makes the difference. You know, there was a point when Jesus was trying to heal the blind. What did Jesus talk to the blind? He said this. He said, do you believe that I can heal you? Jesus asked the blind man. The blind man said, yes, I believe. That's right. And so according to your faith, be it unto you. Get it straight. It's about you, yourself, within you. But God has given that power to you. That's true. But it puts it inside you. And your access to that power is inside, not outside.
A power that is always for good. This greater power that Holmes refers to is not something external or separate from you. It is a power that transcends your person and your ego, but represents your true essence, the divinity that resides within you.
Notice very interestingly, this guy said that the divinity that resides in you. Perfectly. That's what I said. Inside you is the I am. You have to reach to that divinity inside you, which is the I am. The first person I am. Right. God placed that divinity inside you. So you reach within yourself, not outside, within yourself, and get that power from the I am, the first person within you.
This power manifests when you stop clinging to your limited self and connect with your authentic nature. In his parable of the wise and foolish virgins, Jesus demonstrated that we all have the oil necessary for our own lamps. You do not need to borrow from anyone. Just as divine providence has placed oil in the earth for us to use when we need it, it has likewise deposited the wealth of love and life at the center of your being. But Jesus said that you must keep your lamp lit and shining. You must let the wick of your faith sink deeply into the oil of the Spirit, and then your light will shine.
That's right. Every one of us have got the light within us, the true observer, I call it, the I am. Every one of us, without exception. That's right. Whatever race you may be, you have that power within you. Whatever religion you belong to, you have the power within you. Yes, you have the right to that power. But what you didn't realize was that you have to let the light shine. What does that mean? That requires self-observation, that's right. That requires self-awareness, right? That's right. You have to increase your awareness. And in order to increase your awareness, it's not about the awareness of what is around you. It's the awareness of what is within you. Because when you are aware of yourself, you're actually aware of everything else around you too. So you have to increase the self-awareness. You have to be I am. And you must not be afraid of your I am. You must not hide it within a mask. No. You must speak out your thoughts to others. You must not be afraid to be as you are. But don't get me wrong. If you speak out your thoughts, you will discover that there are others who will contradict your thoughts. So what will you do? This is the intricate part, right? That's right. So just now I said to you that you should speak your mind out. That's true. But when others speak their mind up to you, what must you do? You have to condescend. You have to self-diminish. Yes, you have to find union with the other party. You have to. You cannot say that the other party is wrong. Nobody in this world is really wrong. Because the truth is that even your own thoughts is wrong. Because every thought that we have, whether it comes from the outside or from inside, is not exactly true. It's only what is within me which is true. Everything else, it is kind of illusion. You have to follow my videos to learn more of this, right? I've spoken a lot in my previous videos. All you need to do is just press the YouTube button and make sure you get there. But all the words that I speak comes with a certain definition. I'm sure you realize that. To understand the definition, you've got to follow my videos. One video is not enough.
Finally, we are beginning to understand the proposal in a manageable way. We are like people who own lands in which great riches are deposited, but are unaware of that fact. We have been looking beyond our own property, thinking we might borrow from others, not realizing that this thing called life has already buried its riches in our own ground. It is not enough to know that the treasure is buried in our land. It is necessary to go out and dig to discover it. This is where we often fail. We can compare this inner search to drilling for oil. This task not only requires a significant investment of resources, but also technical skills, specialized equipment, and, above all, great effort. However, if we know that oil exists beneath the surface, we will do what is necessary to reach it. Life has deposited the riches of the universe in the heart of your being.
But he made a very important parable. He said, we own land. And he added something very important. That land was given to us in trust by the landowner. The landowner is God himself. That's right. But did not God give us a responsibility? Yes. That's right. We keep the land. We dig into the land and harness the diamonds and the jewels and the oil that we can find in that land. Right? Yeah. It is not outside the land. Get it? Yes. It is inside the land. Get it? In your discovery of life, you have been concentrating on what you can get from outside. That isn't the correct thing, right? Yes. You need to dig inside. That's right. You need to discover I am. Follow my videos. I've spoken a lot about all this digging inside. It takes time, of course. Follow my videos. Just press the button, subscribe. God bless you.